send you guys the link in case you would like to share amongst people you know or people you don't know. If you want to send this to complete strangers, you're more than welcome to. If you would like to email Doge, feel free. Joking. That's okay. Audio doesn't suck. Oh, no, I'll fucking do it again. Okay.
I'll add it to my list of 5 things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I Durged some Durgans. I saved a civilization. How about you?
Fuck.
Sorry for breaking your rule.
I started it. That's hardly your fault. I started it with that stupid joke.
Let's be real here. It shouldn't be in the first place. So it shouldn't have to break the rule because it shouldn't be in the first place.
Yeah, it really shouldn't. But hey, here we is. So, hello, people of the YouTube.
Hulu.
Welcome to D&D. We are having to restart the story we were telling because unfortunately one of our players has to be an adult and go to work and do cool shit. So, Hanari, thank you for your service. Unfortunate we lost you, but we did pick up the egg.
Hello.
Egg, introduce yourself while I make up a reason to post this shit.
I am Alex, or Eggs, Egez. Everyone just calls me Egg because my name sounds too close to it, and I didn't think of that when I made it.
Wow, really? That checks out, I guess.
Oh, okay. So the real thing behind my name is honestly dumber. Because I was making a name for a game, and I was like, oh, I know, Eagle, E-A-G-E-Z.
Yep.
This is some lore I never knew about, and I love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm here for it.
Holy shit.
I was tired, okay?
Honestly,
SMRT.
I love it. I ain't even mad. I just love it. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, so if you will all go ahead and click on the link, there is a small thing that does need to happen before we continue. Like I said, unfortunately, we are having to restart the campaign. Players, please let me know when you are when you're there.
What link?
The link that I posted in the Discord.
Green link.
Your YouTubes? Your
Yes, to the
Oh my
YouTubes. This is for.
I am already here because I'm a good little boy.
Oh, thanks. You're such
I'm
a good
your
noodle.
One watcher right now.
Oh, I appreciate you partially.
I'm here.
Thank you. Inflating my viewer count. Please don't crucify me, YouTube. It's all for a stupid gag that I spent 45 minutes doing.
Oh
Hey.
my goodness.
You're allowed
Please
to
let
do
it be.
different
Please let it
viewers.
be the ending of Wayne's World, where they're like.
Honestly, I did consider that. However, I am not nearly that talented. So instead, as we are having to restart, we have my friend here. My friend is going to help us with the reboot. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the reboot.
We'll take a minute to.
Yep, there's a bit of a thing. There's a
There's a delay.
yeah.
I have a soundboard called Marie. I could do that.
Yeah, mine's only 2 seconds.
Wow, John.
Jeez.
You
this was-
spent 45 minutes on that.
Dude, I don't know how to use any kind of editing software. So, with the assistance of our reboot, we are going to begin.
Oh God.
Amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Thing Below, attempt number 2. Take 2. Parker.
Part 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Indeed. The three of you find yourself in the Feathered Boar Inn. The inn is a gathering place for humans and elves that are trying to escape from the current persecution going on with in the government here in the Elmerian Kingdom. The land itself, as you approach the tavern, there are beautiful trees around. The road was once paved, but is now a muck and mire leading up into the tavern. Everyone, go ahead and give me a roll a d20 so we can figure out who's starting this shenanigan and stuff.
Biggity boggity boop. Not me.
I didn't know you could roll a not me.
Yeah, I don't see that on my d20.
I
Got
got a 12.
11.
It's called a 2.
Oof. Got a 2. We got an 11.
You know,
Egg?
I threw a couple of rolls earlier today, and they were all under 5.
Nice.
I got a 12.
Okay. Egg, we're going to begin with you.
Okay.
You make your way up the stairs, and in any other circumstance, a gobbo would be a very strange sight to the Almerian kingdom. But here, there is a sense of almost indifference and almost a welcoming air to the glances you're getting from some of the people. So you make your way up the steps, and the door opens, and as a elfish gentleman is walking out, he actually holds the door for you to allow you inside of the tavern itself. As you enter, you can hear conversations are filling the air. There's some smoke that's just hanging out around in the rafters from people smoking cigars and tobacco. There's also a pair of barmaids that are running back and forth, bringing food to the tables, along with 2 others behind the bar, a man and a woman that are refilling mugs of ale and dunking glasses into barrels of beer, making sure that everybody maintains keeps their cups full. Towards the back of the bar, you can see that there is a dwarvish gentleman with his arms crossed and a long white beard and braided gray hair on top of his head. He looks like he's standing guard almost. So go ahead and introduce your character, and then let me know what you would like to do.
Okay, my character is Detharn. He is, his ideals are being stinky and feral, and his bond is being stinky and feral. And his personality traits is that he's stinky and feral. So yeah, he kind of like crouch walks because he moves using his arms. But he has a like triangular face with a big pointy chin, large droopy ears, and big yellow eyes, and long brown hair because he doesn't cut it. And
Question for the party: is he stinky and or feral?
that's a good question.
Roll
You
for-
will find that. Let me check my notes here.
Roll for Stinky.
Yeah,
Yes, him stanky
I rolled a 2, so I think he might not be stinky.
Oh my goodness.
in this particular moment.
What a tweet.
It just rained.
This is why I didn't want to go first because like he doesn't really talk. So I'm trying to figure out what the hell he's gonna do when no one's here.
Whoops.
Find a corner, cry a little bit.
No, I'm gonna cry a little bit. He'll be fine.
Take your time, friend. It's okay. We're all getting into the motions here.
It's also been a while.
It has. Unfortunately, it's also why we have this fella who's just careening across the screen.
I hope that this time around I can commit to a character voice. So
Yeah, I'm gonna say that he just like finds a stool. Fucking reboot, dude. Oh my god.
I'm really happy with how it looks, but it was so aggravating to make.
I cannot believe you spent so long doing that.
Yeah. I disappoint me too, buddy. Okay, well, Kaylee, you can introduce your character. Go ahead.
All right. So, at the door, I'm gonna like really try and stomp the mud off my boots and like kind of like cuss to myself a little bit. I'm just like, ugh. You know, thought we paid taxes around here. And just kind of push open the door. And in walks a for all glancing eyes,
Hello there.
human looking figure. They stand probably like I forgot how tall I am. Hang on. Oh, just shy of 6 feet, like 5'8", 5'9". So like tall, but not towering. Not to most anyway. Um, a humanoid feminine figure walks in. She has two long thick white braids that come out over come out through her helmet and conjoin at the shoulders and fall probably about mid waist. And what's really eye catching is the armor itself. The helmet has an iridescence to it. It is largely themed in the realms of purple and has this green iridescence to the faceplate, which does cover half of her face. Eyes are not visible at this time. She dons a mantle, like shoulder piece that juts out into these threatening points, and also in that same iridescent metal. And there is a gem encrusted in the at the sternum of this piece of filigree. Leather pads that have been stained lilac, bleached and stained lilac, and carved with or embossed rather with different runes throughout the trim. The chainmail that she dons is a very curious rose gold plated chainmail, and that falls to about her knees, matching boots which are now mud stained, and she's cussing to herself. All right, let me just get a drink. And she is going to go right up to the bar, but I would like to sort of scan the patrons. I am looking for someone. Can I see or recognize my contact by the various faces within the bar right now?
Go ahead and give me an investigation check, please.
Neat. All right, that's not great, but we'll go with it. Investigation. That's a 11. Just
11?
my lucky number today.
So, looking through the faces of the tavern, you don't see who you're looking for, but you can tell that the bartender is kind of one of those folksy, knows a lot of type things, and you can also see that there is a dwarf with a long gray beard standing guard at a door, perhaps a way of knowing where you'll
True.
someone who will know what you're looking for.
I'm gonna, as I approach the bar, I'm gonna give like kind of that like "Hey, sup" head nod to like the dwarf, and just then turn my attention to the barkeep. Excuse me, I would love 2 little tidbits from you if you have the time. One, a nice glass of wine, just something to wash away this absolutely abhorrent weather, and a little piece of information when you do have the time to chat.
Certainly. The elven man turns around and grabs a bottle of wine and uncorks it with a satisfying sound, filling up a goblet and bringing it over to you. So, what can I help you find?
Well, I am in the process of looking for someone. I have been sent here to meet with Mr. Thorne regarding some matters. Is he available at this time?
He kind of looks you up and down for a moment, judging the character of who you are exactly. Tharn. Exactly what are you looking for Tharn for?
Well, actually, he's looking for me. I made a little bit of a reputation for myself up north, and I guess that's fallen on the right ears.
Ah. Very well. Well, Thorn himself will be back behind that door over there, guarded by the rather patient-looking gentleman. That's a little short on temper, if you can catch my drift.
Well, why don't you buy that man a shot? I'm sure he could use it. And I will slap, all I have is gold. Oh no, I do have some silvers. I'll slap a couple silver on the table and just like, whatever change is fine. Take a nice tip for yourself.
The gentleman pushes the coins back at you and says, No, anyone working for Thorn drinks for free. Anything they need, just let me know. I'll make it happen.
Oh, well, I do appreciate the hospitality. That's hard to come by. And I'll take a nice swig of my drink and sort of decompress a little bit before I make my way over to the dwarven fellow.
All
Give
right.
you a chance.
Galdon. Introduce yourself. Did he go to the bathroom?
Did he die?
Two different
Oh,
directions
sorry.
there.
Sorry. The mic was muted.
Oh,
Um,
I hate it when I do that.
Good luck. Good luck decompressing. So, things are kind of settling down in the tavern. People are entering. The space starts to get a little bit busier. And you see a couple different things happen. A couple people walk out and kind of set a few things up. At one point, a floating tray and a small pot starts just floating around and assisting the barmaids with delivering drinks and small meals and very, very simple objects around to different tables. It just starts kind of following the orders of the barmaids and stuff. Don't know where it came from. It just starts doing that. And occasionally when it walks up to somebody, it kind of shuffles that pan in front of them. An older gentleman comes out and says, ladies and gentlemen, our show for the night is about to begin. Please enjoy yourselves. And he walks away, and the booming from behind a door magically increased vocals say, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight for a beautiful and wonderful story. As we enjoy this lovely evening, we're going to tell a fantastic tale, show you some wonderful magics, and just have a damn good time. The back wall that has been left open and unabated by other people. The wall of it starts to shimmer and glisten as almost like it's like this wave of water sparkling across it. And this large 7.5 foot Goliath crunches underneath or exits a doorway and stands just massive, huge, just very loud glowing, sparkling outfit, a book floating just above his hand, spinning around his person to the other hand. His skin is very, very pale white with streaks of brown. His skin is set to imitate marble, a very not a very rare, but a type of marble called that has like iron deposits scorching through it. His eyes just this beaming icicle blue. He walks out and does a bunch of magical flourishes. He steps up on top of this floating invisible platform to get even taller in this small space, just so that anybody and everybody, short and tall, can see him. And he gestures again at the wall as it magically explodes in some more visual excitements and turns from a 2-dimensional illusion to a 3-dimensional illusion. No audio is coming from that illusion, but there is a bunch of drums and noises and stuff. He pulls out I believe he's carrying a dulcimer and sets it on this floating illusory platform, and he just bolsterously begins to tell and spin a tale of people. Oh God, what story did I want to tell? Basically, of if anybody has seen Shaun of the Dead.
Hell yeah.
It's basically like a shortened version of Shaun of the Dead. Goofy, slapstick, but still with a little bit of terror on this rainy night, and all of it being told with his voice, with his dulcimer, and with this impressive 3-dimensional illusion, telling the tale as if the characters are actually in the space. And it goes on for 30, 40 minutes until something may or may not interrupt.
All right.
Kaylee is just sitting with both hands like cupped on her face and just leans in and just is absolutely taken by the performance. Just
I would
loves
also be completely captivated.
this, leaning and just enthralled.
Would you say you're enthralled?
I am?
Maybe.
Waka waka.
I am not casting the spell enthrall in this moment, by the way.
No, I'm casting it on me.
On me. It's just amazing performance. Just for the DM's sake, I am casting a couple of spells, including Silent Image as the main performance. I have Tensor's Floating Disc. There is the Unseen Servant wandering around the halls, and there is also somewhere in the building, or even just outside, is a small or a rather large glowing bird.
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 Oh, right. Well, as the show is going on and the tavern itself is very, very packed with people, you begin to, Kaylee and Thrawn, you start to feel like more and more people arrive, and you're kind of being jostled from side to side, just from the amount of people wanting to be a part of this show. And as you're wandering around, as you're sitting there and enthralled in the story, both of you go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oh no.
Oh, that's also an oh no.
Oh boy.
I got a 6.
What a coincidence! I got a 6 too.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. I rolled a 3 and I have a +3. So
Oh,
rolled a
shitty
5.
rolls.
Oh
I
my.
blame it on the fact that my dice haven't seen the light in.
Your solar charge dice.
Gotta
Well,
cleanse them.
as you continue listening to the show, and you can hear the thunderous applause and the little whispers from people back and forth about the show and the story that's being told, you notice that there's a strange gathering going on, particularly by a couple of kind of quiet elves, but they seem to, well, elves and humans, I should say. But they're continuing to move back and forth, and one of them ends up moving towards the closed door and waves his hand. And as he waves his hand, he actually walks right past him and opens up the door, closing it behind him quietly, unable to be heard, the lock closing from all the sounds of the, raucous show going on along with the people, and the group kind of dispersing throughout the crowd.
Any of them walking past me?
One of them does happen to stand nearby you, yes.
I'm gonna whip out my viol and kind of like start harmonizing with whatever music and sounds are playing in the show, and just dip towards this particular figure and try and get a good look at them. I want to, like, under the guise of just like tip for the storyteller.
Go ahead and give me another perception check.
That's better. That one's a 16.
As you get close and you begin looking at this person, not only do you smell just a very bitter sap almost coming out of wafting off of this person's robe, but you can see that there are strange burn marks, like bright red, almost fresh burns on their cheek, but you can see one of their eyes has entirely lost color. His facial hair is very patchy, almost like it's just unable to grow in entirely. You also see a hint of yellow and white inside of the burns themselves, almost just horrendous kind of injury. But they turn and look at you with both eyes, even though you're fairly confident one of them just might be blind. And you can see there a bulbous tumor almost growing on the right ear as he looks at you and hisses something unheard from the sounds around you.
Oh, well, I didn't know you were a part of the story.
Suddenly, you hear a loud banging noise, and then all of these people throw back their hoods and draw out knives. All of you, please, roll for initiative. Clickety-clackety. You're under attack.
Bum-ba-da-bum-ba-da-bum.
Insert Pokemon battle noise here without getting copyright strikes.
just sing it badly enough that it won't trigger the system.
Oh, sure. Galdon, what'd you roll?
That's a 9.
All right. Detharn? Or Detharn, sorry.
I got a 7.
7. Kaylee.
I got a natural 1.
Wow. Okay, we're having a good start to this campaign.
Goodness.
It was a zombie.
I think I'm gonna change out my D20 here.
Oh no. Well, as... Oh, it be like that sometimes, man. Let me go ahead and roll
Scooby-Dooby
for
Doo.
my peoples. Actually, I can do that. What was that?
I said it's Scooby Dooby Doo.
It really sometimes do. Ugh. Ugh. Oh dear.
Like everybody else is rolling shitty.
What's everybody else being you fucking people?
Yep. No, we're fucked. We're fucked right now. Love it.
Hey, nowhere to go
I'm
but
busy,
up,
so
right?
it makes sense.
All right, so
It's thematic. I'm busy.
It's showbiz, baby.
it's show business. Yeah. So the cultist standing right next to Kaylee immediately pulls out his knife and takes a swing at Kaylee.
Let's go.
That's a 3. Never mind.
Let's go.
He swings wide and ends up jamming his knife in the table. Kaylee, would you like an attack of opportunity?
I would
many
love
people
an
in-
attack of opportunity.
Send it.
Bitch. That's a natural 20, baby. We're
No,
swinging right
no,
back.
No, it's
Going right back into it. Hell yeah.
Fucking Lamau.
All right, go ahead and do your thing.
Continue the slapstick comedy and react.
I'm just gonna yell out, "Zombie attack!" And I will return fire with my dagger and drive it right into the tumor. It's gonna burst. Ew.
Ew.
So gross. I roll 2d4s because it's double dice.
Wait, did you? Oh yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Because I rolled a nat 20. So
Yeah.
that's 4 plus 1 for 5 piercing damage, please.
5 piercing damage. Okay, you jam the knife into the Tuma, and yeah, he's not doing well. But the liquid that comes out of it doesn't burst open. It actually kind of just oozes out, almost like pine sap seems to leak from his face.
Ew.
Oh, that's so gnarly.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the other cultist, the one who's attacking Galdon, fucking misses. Goodness gracious. Okay, I guess I am rolling shitty. Well, Galdon, this guy goes to attack you and also eats shit. In fact, he ate shit so bad, he got a 1.
He rolled a 1 as well.
Yes.
Incredible.
Awesome. So, yeah, this cultist falls to the ground and is just on his knees and waiting for it. Give it to him, Daddy. You get an attack of opportunity as well.
Oh boy. Well, I would. Jesus Christ.
Don't think too
let's go
hard.
with
You'll set
a-
fire to the room.
Yeah, right. Don't have a melee.
You're strong.
I have my quarterstaff. No, I am not. Yeah, he's actually quite weak for a Goliath. But I'll use my quarterstaff, wrapped on my back, and just whip it out and just cup it across his face. D20 and roll shitty as well. Does 4, 5, 6, 7 hit?
No, it does not.
Probably not. Nah. That's okay. He just probably more accurately, he just like stumbles it out and then like pushes the guy, just rolls the guy over,
Well,
pushes him away a little bit.
it do be like that
Get away from
sometimes.
me. Ew. Like when you're like slowly kicking a roach away from you.
Yeah,
Just
don't remind me.
go away.
yeah. Well, that's a thing. Okay, third.
Cheating
Okay,
rules
so
abound.
back by the front door, one gentleman is in a different colored robe. He has a deep green, like a oak moss kind of cloak overhead. He claps his hands together and casts thunder wave. Excuse me. in the area of effect is Kaylee and Detharn.
And
Go
any
ahead and
other
make
rando.
go ahead and make a
Random
con
civilian.
saving throw.
Con save.
Isn't that also just absolutely loud as shit?
Yes.
Yes.
It does 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet if you guys fail.
I got a 15.
Okay, fuck.
I got a 13.
God. This is great. Okay, well. You take half damage and you're not pushed. Boy howdy. What a start we are. That is okay, you each take 5 points of damage.
Okay.
Right.
Galdon, you is next.
Oh, right, I forgot
Um,
you all got opportunity attacks.
Is my action. Oh, the illusion, the story illusion, quickly disappears. His book spins around in his open hand and magically flips through multiple pages, and he reaches out and tears out a single page and throws it into the center of the room. And
You're very right,
the
Tanker
page
Fox.
kind of the page explodes in a blast of light and sound, and I cast Hypnotic Pattern on basically everybody in the room, all the enemies and anybody that I don't know. So
That
everybody.
would be everybody.
That'd be everybody. And just roll a wisdom saving, please.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yes. That includes you two.
If I fuck this up, that's gonna be real disappointing.
Good news is my spell save isn't very high. Spell save is 13.
Well,
Fail.
I rolled a fucking 4, so I got 10.
All right. I hope you didn't want to play the game today.
Hey, does a crap? Who am I rolling for? That guy. What saving throw is this?
13.
Okay.
Wisdom saving throw.
Boy howdy. What about you, Bubba? What you got for me? Oh my goodness.
I got a. Oh, you're asking your player or your character.
Okay. Yeah, what'd you guys get?
I got a 15.
15. Holy shit. All right.
I got
Hey,
a
somebody
10,
succeeded.
So,
Egg.
10.
Fuck. Okay, so that is 3 of the cultists that failed.
Hell yeah, that's better than last time. I mean, last time didn't happen. Never mind.
No, it happened because again we have the reboot just going across the screen.
And one potential ally has also fallen to it.
Indeed.
It's okay. I don't know who's friend or foe.
By the way, a gentleman or a viewer named Tanker Fox said, "But your eardrums are gone." Posted that in response to the Thunderwave. So
Yeah,
you guys
that's,
take half
that's
damage,
what I
but
thought.
you're still sitting there like Archer, going mop, mop.
Yeah,
I just
the
watched the
thunderous
boot
boom
go
is
by.
audible to
Hey, thanks for the
300
subscribe,
feet away.
buddy.
Welcome,
Like, that
friend.
shit is loud.
Sorry, I don't know how to make it quiet. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm professional.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the thunder wave.
Oh,
Like, it's heard from 300 feet away. Like, that's
Oh.
how loud it is.
oh goodness.
Yeah.
All right. Detharn was next.
Well, I'm assuming I get the chance to break out of it.
I assume so. Yeah.
Let's see. On a fail save, the creature becomes charmed for the duration. While charmed by the spell, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0. The spell ends for the creature if it takes any damage or if someone else uses an action to shake the creature out of its stupor.
All right, well, I'm the least noticeable person in this room right now, so that's not happening.
Yeah, sorry, buddy.
Thank you, Elementary TV. Appreciate it.
Herder, it's what my character would do.
Don't be that guy. Nobody likes that guy.
How dare you not know that my character who's never talked to you or interacted with you is a potential ally?
Yeah.
Yeah, how dare I not assume that the goblin isn't an ally?
All right.
To be fair though, it wouldn't matter because hypnotic pattern does not differentiate between friend and foe.
No.
Oof. Occultist was next, but he's busy looking at the rafters because, distractions. Kaylee,
Illusions.
hello.
I would like to. Okay, rule clarification for me. I know that I can only spend one spell slot per turn, but I can cast a bonus action and a spell if my action is a cantrip and my bonus action is a spell slot.
I believe so, yeah.
Hooray! For my action, I would like to cast Thaumaturgy and just like big arm gesture, throw open all the doors and windows that are unlocked. Noting that one of them had gone into the office where I was told my contact would be, and see if I can I see my dwarf friend?
Your dwarf friend is still standing by the door, just locked in place.
Oh, it's
I don't know,
probably safe to say that most civilians are also caught in this hypnotic pattern. This is absolutely a tactic to stop whatever is happening, and make sure that I can get in control of whatever is going on.
Does your
as much as possible.
rules lawyer, real quick, does your spell negate the effects of other spells?
No.
All right, then
If
show me,
something is
or keep
already
going.
active and or if somebody is concentrating on a spell, it can maintain that it doesn't say that they drop concentration on it. Incapacitated just means you can't take an action or a reaction.
Okay, cool. Well, not that you guys know this, but the dwarf ain't moving for a little bit.
Shit. I'm gonna throw open the doors and windows. Does the office door open?
The office door does not.
Ugh, fuck.
The bedrooms all sling open, and several half-dressed people look really confused, but No.
I'm just gonna yell, "Zombie attack! Everybody out! Hey, you! One of them went into the office!" And I'm going to, with my bonus action, use a level 2 spell slot and cast Kinetic Jaunt on myself. And start making my way towards that door. Hang on. I have to answer a text really quick because my dad is neurotic.
it'd be like that.
If I don't answer, he'll just start calling me.
John, just for clarification, how many people would have succeeded at that saving throw?
That's saving
the
throw.
bartender, like random if and however many civilians, because literally whoever was caught in it, whoever would have failed, would just be enamored and staring at the ceiling.
Yeah. That's about 5 other people inside the bar. The bar people, and then one
That
civilian.
succeeded, or that failed.
That failed. There are 2 others that are scrambling for the door.
Okay.
All right. I'm just like, show's over, everybody out! And I'm gonna start moving towards the office, right? So what Kinetic Jaunt does is it allows me to magically empower my movement with dance-like steps. giving myself the following benefits for the duration. My walking speed increases by 10 feet. I do not provoke opportunity attacks, and I can move through the space of another creature, and it doesn't count as difficult terrain. If I end my turn in a space that's occupied by a creature, then I get shunted to an unoccupied space and I take 1d8 force damage. So I'm gonna just start like parting the crowd like a salmon, and just moving against the current, and headed to beeline for that door. When I get there, that is the end of my turn because I'm out of actions.
All right, you dance and move around all these people that, as Tanker Fox pointed out, are just enthralled by this very pretty ceiling overhead.
Yeah.
And you make it
Just
to
probably a couple of boobs.
the door.
Probably a couple dicks, actually. Galdon is very gay. There's probably a lot of dicks hanging from the ceiling.
What's the spell cast for carved penis on the rafters? Anywho, moving forward, that cultist can't do dick because he's also enthralled by the ceiling.
Stone shape?
What's that?
I said stone shape?
Maybe. Actually, you said that. Oh wait, no, they can't do anything until they are shooketh.
Actively awoken.
Damage
Yeah.
Yeah.
shaken.
Okay. One cultist who succeeded runs up to Datharn with his scimitar raised high. He swings and
If he fucking misses, that'll be so funny.
You really would.
Oh
that's my
goodness,
third
parents-
one in this 46 minutes of gameplay. You're going to dice jail, all of you. Go away. Be gone from my sight. Yeah, he misses and he actually bumps into you.
Oh yeah.
So, congratulations. You're awake. These are going to dice jail and probably into a blender later.
He trips
really,
on
let's-
some other thing and just
Yeah, I was like, let's
falls
just
on
say
top
that
of
it's
him.
because I'm really small.
Yeah, sure. He trips on you, actually.
Wow.
Goodness. Druid can't do anything. Galdon, back to you, buddy.
Okay. With a big booming voice. To any and all who are friend and civilian, please exit the building. There has been an emergency. Remove yourself from the premises at once. And then he will to the nearest and largest potential threat. Really like him to approach and just start tying them up.
Okay.
Just tie their arms, their arms and their feet, and just secure them while they're just dumbfounded against the dumbfounded.
Yeah, that's totally fair. So, with your Shibari roping skills, you
Yeah.
tie up the cultist who's, now laying right in front of you.
Perfect.
Yep. Whether or not you want to make it a hot thing, that's up to you.
That's really tempting.
Yeah.
I guess
I
the
don't know
question is,
enough
like,
about Shibari ties to be able to say which kind of knot I'm going to put him in, but, just for brevity, just a simple tie him, what is it, hog tie?
Yeah,
his hands
just
to his
S&M
wrists.
tie him up.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, like, how gay is Galdon? Like, how gay are we talking?
How blue is the sky?
Pretty fucking gay. To where there would be multiple dicks in his mouth if he could reach them,
Oh,
because he's tall.
This is a weird first hour of D&D. Datharn,
Gay man.
on the subject of, Wang and the one that cultist just ate, it's your turn, buddy.
cool. So now that I can finally, is the guy who just tripped over me the one he just hogtied, or
No, he hogtied the one that's in front of him.
Okay.
The one in front of you is just laying face down, ass up.
cool? I'm gonna attack that dude with primal savagery.
Jesus.
So So that's a 7 because I rolled a nat 1.
Jesus Christ, what's happening?
That's a 7 to hit. So I doubt that I hit.
Well, he's sprawled on the ground, so
Don't you?
Oh,
roll
it would
with
be
advantage?
advantage
yeah,
if
you
he's
get
prone.
advantage.
Oh, true. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Is June Geldon's favorite month? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
He wants a
Oh
ding dong for every color of the
my-
rainbow.
God, are you fucking? That is another nat 1.
What is happening? Guys, we need to reboot again.
Fear not, he's across the screen. I'm gonna make the reboot a recurring thing in my streams.
What are the fucking chances, bro?
You are
Really good,
just
apparently.
anomaly.
Oh my god, this is
Good
so
news is
weird.
that's super rare.
Take away your Joss Whedon dice. Throw it into the void.
That's Will
Throw it
Wheaton.
into an active volcano.
Okay, well. Bethard, you got anything else, buddy?
With Hawaii.
Yeah. I guess for my bonus action, I'll cast Shillelagh.
Send it.
No, it just
Yay.
imbues my club or my quarterstaff.
Oh, okay.
That'll
Stick
take effect on the
becomes
next.
stickier.
Alright,
Yeah.
Colt. With this party, that would be not good. The cultist after Detharn and the freaking thing is not good to go. So, Kaylee, we're back to you. How you been? It's been like 4 minutes. Please roll something higher than a 2.
Oh man, I got options here. I got options. I'm going to. Yeah, I'll be nice. I'm gonna use my action to shake awake the dwarf guard.
Okay.
And just sort of like not like hard slap him, but just like slap him on the face and be like, hey buddy, you got a job to do. There's a zombie attack and somebody's in there with Thorn.
He immediately, well, not immediately, but he takes a moment to kind of shake his head and jostle around, and finally he comes to and fully understands what you just said. You said a zombie attack? He immediately draws a hammer from back behind his leg and smacks the doorknob off of the door, and it begins to creak open.
Fantastic. With my bonus action, I'm gonna hang on, I got options here.
I'm not hitting. Never mind. I almost hit something on my soundboard.
I'm about to bust.
Close.
Lost.
And I would like
everything you say to me.
I would like to give inspiration to my new ally. I'm gonna pluck just a quick little scale on my viol and just be like, all right, we've got a job to do. I don't know. I'm just gonna say something and just like sort of pat him on the back and like push him forward to enter first because this is his realm. And that will be my turn. So he gets an additional, what is it, D6, right? Is that my,
Yeah,
is that my
D6.
die? Yeah, a D6 on attack, saving, ability check, whatever the fuck he wants, basically.
All
That's all I got.
right.
Oh, actually, I have increased walking speed, so I can just enter the room.
Okay.
I will.
Well, you enter the room and you see a cultist with his hands wrapped around a person's throat and is just strangling the dog shit out of him over the table. You and the dwarf enter, and the cultist's back is to you.
All right. I'm ready to do that on my next turn.
All right. Back at the top of the list, we have one cultist who's tied up like a good little piggy. Next is the dwarf. The dwarf is going to run forward and give the guy a bonking with a hammer. Holy crap, a 16. Oh,
Oh my god, somebody
Oh.
did damage.
it does exist.
Rolls minimum damage.
Man,
Fuck.
I'm gonna be so bummed out. Egg, you're fired.
I love you.
Call for savage attacker.
He gives him a light bonk with a hammer.
What can I say? I'm just really good at calling it.
Why are you like this? Use your powers for good.
Sorry, I'm chaotic neutral.
It's true.
The cultist who tripped over Detharn gets up and brushes himself off and goes to attack with his scimitar at Detharn. That's a 19.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
All right. Are you ready for the pain? That is a 6.
Sorry, I'm not a masochist.
You take 6 points of damage.
Cool.
He brings down his scimitar and slashes open your arm in a big ouchie maneuver.
Oof, ouch, my arm.
Tinker Fox is a boop with a hammer.
I imagine one of those squeaky hammers, just like squeak, squeak.
Yeah, it sounds like a grown tube. All right, Galdon, or excuse me,
Hey, buddy.
nope, the druid still can't do anything. Galdon.
I will continue my mission of securing the building. I'll go up to the next one, and as many people as you will allow me with an action, bonus action, and movement, I will tie them up and secure them and remove their obvious weapons and prevent them from doing as much as possible.
All right. Well, in 15 feet, you have the cultist that is just slashed open the goblin, and in 30 feet, you have the druid who is just fascinated by all the dick carvings in the ceiling. There's so many of them, and some of them are so detailed. It's ridiculous.
He's seen a lot of them.
It's the curvature, like once
You know?
you get that realism shape, it's just
Yeah.
Just Italian hand. It's
And then there are some that are just stick figures, dick figures, if you will.
I could have sworn, though, that Galdon's name was Galdon and not Seth.
So obviously I'll tie up the one that is currently enamored because eventually the spell's gonna wear off.
The druid?
Yeah.
Okay. In 30 feet, you walk up and you politely tie up the druid.
Leonardo Dick Vinci. Fantastic, Fox.
My God.
I love it. All right. Do you want to do
Yeah,
a bonus
he's,
action or anything, or just hog
I don't
tie
really
yourself
have
into there?
any. I don't really have any relevant bonus actions in the space, particularly.
Ah, I see. All right. Well, Detharn.
Oh
You
wait,
just-
actually, hold on. Healing light is a bonus action. So the little goblin that got hit, a light will shine from the window, and
To the wall?
his arm will start to feel nice and relaxed. You can roll, I'll say 2d6 to heal yourself. However that much is.
Let me bust out my 2d6s.
Please don't
Higher
be
than 2,
ones.
higher than 2, higher than 2, higher than 2. It's higher than 2, it's 6.
Oh my goodness.
Hell yeah.
So I went right back up the amount of damage I just took.
Yep.
wound closed. Love it.
He is pretty fucking surprised that his arm that just got cut open is now suddenly not cut open.
Yeah, it's a nice, warm, healing light.
All right. That cultist is still useless. Kaylee, what you doing? You're sitting there. You just saw a dwarf walk up and just give somebody a little boop with a hammer.
Hey.
So the gem on my mantle is
Did we?
going
To... Oh shit! No, Detharn. Sorry, we skipped over Detharn. I'm so sorry.
Oh, true.
Hi, yeah.
Hi.
Getting healed was not my action.
True.
I apply Vaseline and a Band-Aid.
Ponte Vixaya.
Okay, so I'm going to try and whack the dude that just cut me over the head with my quarterstaff.
All right.
Beefy quarterstaff.
Yeah, my shillelagh quarterstaff. That is a 19 to hit.
That is a hit.
Hallelujah.
Nice. So that is 1d8 plus 3.
It's the return of the Honkus Bonkus. Ooh.
Higher than 1. Higher than 1. 6.
Oh, 6?
Oh, 9. Sorry, plus
Uh,
3.
Hooray!
Yeah, plus a lot of things because of Shillelagh.
Well, good news. You give him a good old bonkin, one of them right across the noggin, and he dies. He fucking absolutely dies. You crack his skull. His childhood memories are now leaking out on the floor. He is dead.
Oh God.
I'm doing a little celebratory dance.
All right. Is that your bonus action to do a little dance?
Sure.
Do a little dance. Make a little love. Get down tonight.
Yeah, cultist can't do shit. Kaylee, now we're on to you.
All right, so I am standing, I imagine, in the doorway.
Damn
more
straight
or
I am,
less.
Tanker. He says I'm having too much
and-
fun at the soundboard.
It always is.
I would like to. I'm just gonna keep my distance. How far is this happening?
About 10 feet from you.
About 10 feet. That's a little too close actually for what I want to do. So let me just. I'm gonna. Is that too far for a ranged attack? I don't remember. Let me see. Yes, it is. It's too close for a ranged attack. So I'm just gonna walk up and I'll close that gap and I'm gonna do
Give him a bunk of his own.
damn, I don't really have good shit for this. I have like mostly range stuff like packed right now, which was not smart of me. So you know what? I'm not gonna close that gap. I'm gonna stay right the fuck where I am, and I'm going to you see the gem on my mantle start to glow, and from it pops three, right? Yeah, three little beams of light. That phew, I'm gonna cast magic missile at this motherfucker. And yeah, stay keep a little bit of distance. Just back away from Thorn. I have business here. That is a auto hit. So I'm gonna roll 3d4s. Where my other triangle? There it is. Clickety clackety. Roll for attackety. Those fell right off the fucking desk. Hang on. Gotta get back here. Neat. Woo! This is nice. So the first one hits for 5. The second one hits for 4, and the third one also hits for 4 for a whopping total of 13 force damage.
13, you say?
Indeed.
Your magic missiles strike him in the back. He arches forward violently, bringing his hands off of Toth, by the way, not Thorn. We both fucked up
God
his
dang
name.
it.
He arches his back in pain and falls to the ground. He are dead.
Congratulations, Kaylee. You just blew out his back.
God damn it.
I will. I actually won't do shit for my bonus action. I'm gonna end it there. I'm gonna actually bonus action. I'm gonna switch to my dagger, my returning dagger, and turn right around and start scanning outside the room for who to hit next.
Well, there's a cultist who's just vibing, checking out all the dick carvings. And the other People are all tied up, except for the one dude whose memories of his mom are now leaking through the floor.
The fox just
So
said
there's
world with the
still
worst back
there's still
shots.
one more.
There's one. He's just there. He's chilling. He took too many edibles before he actually showed up. So
Oh yeah.
So you always got to look out for that. You got to be
Yep.
careful.
he was the fool. He talked shit. Tanker says world's worst back shots. Great.
You always got to make sure you wait at least an hour before you take the second edible.
True. Talk shit, get hit.
Yep. The dwarf
Yeah,
runs
that's
over
fine.
and immediately begins helping Toth stand on his own, and Toth is sitting there just coughing over and over, now able to breathe sweet air again. I forgot the chemical thing. I'm dumb.
If we're technically out of active combat, then I will continue to tie up any last cultists.
All right, you go up to the last cultist, and again, he's far gone. He's over on fucking Mars right now. You tie his hands and feet together and stuff an apple in his mouth, and he's out of the fight.
Wonderful. And they are still just staring at the ceiling.
Yeah, there's still.
There's
there's
only
still
one of them
patrons.
that's like squirming. Yeah, there's only one that's just squirming and be like, "Arr."
No, all the ones you tied up. I mean, if that kind of counts as touching them, so no, there's just a couple dudes sitting there going trying to get out.
Okay. Sweet. It was not to be peaceful. It was to take control. That's what I did. So as long as the obvious threat is gone, then I will drop the spell, and any of the remaining civilians are now free, and allowed to do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Well, they elect to get the hell out of Dodge.
Good choice.
Hey, so I can I rifle through the guy I just murdered's pockets?
It's not murder; it's self-defense. Also, yes.
True. That is very true. It was self-defense.
Yeah, you ripped your arm open.
All right, rifling through his pockets, you find 3 silver coins, along with a piece of paper that reads, "Belloc von Tot at the Feathered Boar Inn. Do not let him live."
Okay, you're gonna need to spell that one
Yep,
out.
I'm sending it to you now.
Isn't that already in the Discord chat?
I think it's in the important peeps. Yep, Belloc von
Like
Tot.
Von Toth.
Oh, I just joined it.
But again, we just had the reboot.
Boot scream across the screen.
You're goddamn right he did.
um. Hello? Is anyone there?
Me.
Yeah, hello.
Okay.
I'm here. I'm God. I never left. Well, in this world, I'm God.
It just got really
You're not
quiet
my
for a
god.
second. I thought I
No,
was
in
having
the real
audio
world,
issues.
I'm a disappointment.
Fuck.
Womp womp.
Okay. With everything calmed down a little bit, Belloc and the dwarf walk out of the... Excuse me. They walk out of the office, and Belloc is clearing his throat, trying to find his way to speak one more time again. Who's messaging me? I have Facebook open? Oh, I do. Check that out. Sorry. Bailey sent me a picture of my dog. Radar is completely gone because she is snoozing.
It's
Fantastic.
Yeah.
nap time.
It are.
It was almost the nap stream.
Yeah, it almost was.
We were just all gonna cuddle up and have a good old nap.
Cuddle puddle. whoop, whoop. All right. Belloc straightens himself out and walks forward to you, Kaylee, and begins shaking your hand. I did not expect that you'd make quite an entrance.
Oh well, that is That is my reputation, darling. It's wonderful to meet your acquaintance, as planned, alive.
Galdon pipes up at the sound of quite an entrance and says, "Ha ha ha! That's all I do."
Oh, darling, you were fantastic. It's such a shame that these beings, I'm still not sure if they're zombies or not, interrupted your performance.
Thank you, my dear. I pride myself in a good story, and sometimes, as they say, a good story can jump right out of the page.
Yes, life does imitate art. This was quite a disturbance. Are you familiar with these things? People? Are they
As-
alive?
As this is happening, Datharn is gonna like walk over, and because he's crouched over, like from even closer to the floor, he's just gonna hold up the note and start waving it back and forth in the air.
Well, hello there. I will reach for that note. Well, seems you're quite popular. I'll hold the note up to Bellic.
Ah, yes. Well, I can't say I'm terribly surprised. These must be people from the Tree Minders.
Tree binders?
The Tree
What do
Binders,
they have?
yes.
What do they have against you?
Well, as you know, the king has been forcing out the elven population, forcing them up to the island of Obsidian. We've done what we can to get them there, but it turns out that land is already claimed. They weren't even interested in talking, they just attacked us. Now it appears they're sending assassins after me.
Oh, well, this is quite a pickle. I give my great empathy to you and also the people under your charge. It's unfortunate to see these nobles. They think that they can just push people out, but where are they to go? It's
Well,
quite silly.
That is a problem with these reservations, as the Lord King calls them. I don't suppose that your friends would be willing to be hired on as well.
Oh, well, what say you, new friends? My friends call me Kaylee, and I begin extending my hand to little Gobbo in front of me.
I take your hand and I just kind of sniff it, and I kind of like jump up and down a little bit.
Ah, the stinky test.
I think this one likes us.
Galdon comes up and with his gigantic, comparatively gigantic hand, pats Dathon on the head and stands back up and says, "Well, it was definitely an evening. What dare say you are looking to hire us for? In
Well,
detail,
I need more hands. We have a voyage leaving tomorrow, a small convoy. But the first ship going out, the Reaper, it's woefully manned. So I'm going to need some fighters on that ship. They are going to be the ones to block the Imperial Navy from attacking us with their privateers.
Oh, well, I'll always rise up against the man.
I'll be right back. I
That's-
got food at the door."
True.
Galdon just goes to T-pose in the corner.
Well, you are clearly aware of my reputation, so you know I have no problem putting up a bit of a fight with these particular folk. When do we ship off?
Tomorrow morning. We have 3 ships that are going out, but like I said, the Reaper, they're going to go out first thing at first light.
Right. I'm certainly on board.
What
What
the
say you, little
endeavor?
fellow?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Quite the endeavor. And what would you need would an entertainer really be valuable here? As you see, I'm not much of a fighter, per se.
We're going to need all the help we can get on these ships.
Yeah, you did quite a number on them. Really stopped them in their tracks. I imagine on a ship there's many tales to tell.
Indeed, you'll find no shortage of stories, not only on the ship, but especially when you go to the camp.
His book flutters open and pages begin to just flip about with a sparkle in his eye. You can always use a few more tales.
Well, here's one for
And
your tale. In the
Always,
interest...
I'm always willing to fight for the small man.
He just looks over at Thorn.
You may catch a quick smirk that goes away.
Well, in the interest of transparency, I have to tell you one thing. I believe the Treebinders are attacking us because of what's going on with our dig site we have going on at our main camp. With the privateers, we needed a place to be defensive, and we tried digging into the mountain. It's an old volcano, there should have been nothing there, but instead we found... I don't know what it is.
It's intriguing.
But once we opened that, sickness began spreading all throughout the camp. The dig site itself, there's just horrendous injuries. We can't heal it with magic. We can't heal it with clerics, with the best visits that money can buy. But something's down there, and it's the answer to why the Treebinders have been attacking us.
A plague?
Something like that.
I suppose perhaps maybe it's something they're protecting, trying to keep hidden. Has any contact been made? They clearly speak language, like...
The Treebinders, you mean?
Yeah.
I've gone several times to try and speak to them, but they only attack. We've lost several dragons and most of our warriors.
I see. Can't keep dwindling the resources.
Did you say
Indeed.
lost dragons or wagons?
Wagons.
Sorry, that was definitely out of character because
Oh,
Wagons.
wagons.
yeah, I really don't know.
I'd say my German accent is too good, but it is subpar at best.
Well, according to Tanker, you sound like Germany from Italia, which I know you don't know what that is.
No, oh, you know what? I just realized who Tanker Fox is. I am aware of Italia, but I have not seen it.
Well,
Tanker
this
is a
intriguing.
reenacting friend.
Hello and welcome.
I do love a good mystery. This should be interesting. I'll be sure to prepare some healing, though it might not help. We'll see what we can do.
Well, I appreciate it. As I said, we'll leave at first light.
Wonderful.
Oh, and the captain is a reaper. He's a bit of a difficult man to get along with. Captain Charles, the Mad.
Well, I find I make friends in unlikely places. I'll keep that in mind, but I remain optimistic.
Glad to hear that. Well, I shall see you all in the morning then. Feel free to... Well, it looks like the patrons of the inn are gone, so feel free to make use of the rooms.
Fantastic. Get a little cozy. Has my goblet spilled in this whole debacle?
No, it is not.
Oh, great. We gotta take a big swig out of that. And,
Big slurp.
just... Yep, one big slurp. And, sort of just sit and, start pulling out of a little pouch, some various tools. And it's just comical, just like little purple pouch like hits the table, seems empty, but pull out some various artificing materials, just wrenches, little hammers and screws and whatnot.
Ah, Mary
And,
Poppins bag.
Indeed.
begin tinkering on a few tidbits to prepare.
Galdon, the dwarf that was guarding the space, would you say he looks like he's itchy to dispatch of these still alive cultists?
I don't believe I said anything about him.
That's just me just asking.
Yeah.
Well, basically, Galdon is going to ring them up, gather them with his gigantic arms, and just lift them up and just carry them outside and just kind of toss them in the mud. And he'll give a wink to the dwarf if he wants to do whatever he will with it.
Well, as you bring each cultist outside and throw them in the muck with a satisfying sound, you pick up the druid and throw him last. And as the druid hits the ground with that, again, just sound, you see a kind of a lime green glow from his hand and a strange language that you don't quite understand. But tree roots end up bursting through the ground, wrapping around all of them and dragging them under. From what you can see, it was not an entirely painless experience, as the ground is now saturated with blood and broken bone.
Oh,
Fascinating.
That's so wild.
Oh. That'll make a great story.
I don't suppose either of y'all have seen that before.
No. He'll kick some of the mud over the spots and just because he's a man of the people, cast thaumaturgy on himself and bellow out into the night, very loud and echoey, to whoever may still be within earshot. The threat, ladies and gentlemen, the threat has been reduced and eliminated. It is now free to return to the tavern, collect your drinks, collect your things, take a breather, enjoy the nice warm fire. Everything is fine.
Slowly, people begin coming out of the woods and out of the nearby stables, which you can hear horses have been very upsetty on the inside.
Thorn, what are you doing?
it's a good question. I don't say that out loud. This is me talking.
You remind me of your character so far reminds me of a guy from oh my god, Arcanum, where he's pretending to be stupid, but he's actually a really intelligent orc.
I have no idea what you're talking about. That couldn't possibly be anything similar to what I might be doing.
Fair.
Well, I am actually going to. Could I hear what that druid said?
What languages do you speak?
Druidic.
Oh.
I also, if that's not what he was speaking, I do also speak Sylvan, Common, Goblin, and Elvish.
Nope, he's speaking Druidic.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about being a druid is I speak Druidic.
Yeah, okay. I did not expect that. So from what you were able to hear, go ahead and give me a perception check first.
Okay, God, okay, which D20 do I pick?
One that hasn't
that
fucked you
one.
yet.
That one.
Okay. That is a... Where the fuck is my perception? 14.
14. You in fact heard, "Back we go unto the glow, return us to ash."
Oh.
Oh shit.
They are Pepsi'd.
What was it? Back
There's
we
like-
go
Unto the glow.
to the glow.
They said you ain't taking me alive.
what was the last bit? Back to Ash?
Yes.
Okay, so would it be a safe assumption that they are either fucking dead or they're just gone? Because back to Ash kind of implies that they just got out of there either by leaving or by dying.
Yeah, it's pretty safe to say that they were probably dead.
I was about to say, is that a question for me? Is that a question for the DM?
I guess, you know, what I'll do is I'll go over and I'll kind of, like, snoop around in the mud to see if, like, what all is there, or still there.
As you go up and step down from the stairs, and the mud squelches around each of one of your steps, seeping into your shoes a little bit. You can feel a certain kind of harder surface beneath the muck, and as you begin pushing it aside with your stake, you can see that the tree root has entirely gone over one of the cultists' faces and brought him down into the ground to where one of his eyeballs is visibly almost popping out of his skull. Safe to say, he did.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so they're let me just add that to my notes. They're fucking dead.
They are the big not alive.
Well, you know what? I guess that means I get to snoop around some more people's pockets.
I just
I'd
imagine
say
you
loot goblin,
digging-
but he is a goblin.
Yeah.
digging with like a dog in a new yard, just like.
Because
Go
I don't
ahead.
think you guys can see the bodies, so you just see me digging in the fucking mud.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Alrighty. Oh, it's one of my lower rolls. That is a 12.
Digging through the mud, you end up finding 3 silver coins throughout the pockets of the bodies. And on the druid itself, themselves, based on the green cloak, you are able to kind of pull out with a little bit of extra force because it's trapped underneath of the root. You end up pulling out a square object that's about 1.5 feet long, with 2 spirals on the front of it and a flattened back, with a plus on the side with the 2 spirals and a negative on the flat end.
Do you have like a picture of that? Is this just a magnet? Like,
Sounds like a battery.
Yeah, it sounds like a battery.
I don't have a picture. I'm not artistic. And I refuse
that
to use
like-
AI-generated bullshit.
Yes, good for you.
you said it was
What is it?
square,
It's like
or did
a-
I just make that up?
Rectangular.
It's like a cone, like a square cone.
Like a square
Pyramid.
cone. Shut up.
You mean a pyramid? Okay.
No, it is rectangular in shape.
But there is a point on one of the ends.
It's
Two
got,
little
like,
two little points on one end. Yes.
Two
Oh,
little,
oh, oh, like 2 little
two-
nubs. So it's literally just
two-
like a D battery, like a really big D cell battery.
One could compare it to
Yeah.
a battery. Yes.
Okay.
I'm not
I
saying
hope
it's a
it's
battery.
Visually-
laser.
Visually, it looks like a larger D cell battery.
Yes, it looks
Yeah,
like a
I
big
have-
fuck off battery.
I have
Thank
no
you, John.
fucking clue what this is. So I know things about dirt. Like, I don't know shit about this. So I'm just gonna like bring it back over at everybody and just like thrust my hand out with it in it and just be like, just wave my hand. Hey.
Ugh.
Galdon will reach down and pick up the thingy in between his fingers. Like, what is what is this?
I shrug.
Fair enough. He'll put it on the bar.
I'm just gonna like I'm not even looking up from what I'm currently tinkering on, but I'm just gonna reach over and just slide it in front of me with my equipment, and I will take however long it takes to investigate and run some tests on this object with my alchemy kit and my I also have smithing tools and tinkerer's tools and cobbler's tools. I got a lot of tools. So just gonna start running various tests and figure out, see if I can ascertain what it do, what it don't do, what it's made out of.
Well, as you begin tinkering, you accidentally brush one of your tools across the top of those two little prongs that are up, and you can smell what kind of smells like almost a fishy smell. And a jolt of electricity goes through your hand, and sparks fly off the tip of it. The object, not your hand.
Oh, well, seems it's some kind of power cell.
Did you say a battery? No.
I think whatever this is, well, it's a piece of something. It's a power cell. It stores electricity, it seems. Who knows what it's supposed to connect to? Roughly how large is it?
About 1.5 feet long and about 4 inches wide on each end. Big. Big. Not quite bad dragon big, but
Big
you know,
old
it's
battery.
it bulky.
Big old battery. Add that to my items.
Bob.
Well, this is useful, at the very least, even if we don't find what it's supposed to be used for. No. Good work.
They jump up and down a little bit.
I'm going to pull out of my bag a blue like water skin of sorts. It's got embossments on it which ascertain that it is magical, and a couple teacups, and I'm just gonna set some teacups up for everybody who's still at the bar hanging out, and just pour from the water skin pours a nice smelling, steaming, not too hot, but steaming nonetheless, herbal tea, and put that away, hand cups to all my newfound friend. Well, I suppose introductions should be made. We're going to all be working together. As I said, my friends call me Kaylee. It's quite an interesting way to make acquaintances, but I'm happy you had our backs back there.
Of course. It's always lovely to see people attend my shows, and for a little bit of extra excitement on the side. Some a little bit more than others, of course. He grabs a little teacup, raises it in the air, and of course, I am Galdon, but a simple librarian.
Oh,
He takes a
far
sip.
from it, darling.
And you, the little one, he actually, his book flies open and he tears out a page or two and waves it over the goblin. And I cast Prestidigitation and clean up as much of the mud and grit as can be cleaned up off of this creature.
Oh, I look down at myself and I kind of have this like, oh shit, damn, okay. I don't say I don't say that. I have that like expression.
I see that you're not much of a talker. Do you write?
I shrug.
I will use. How late in the day is it, John?
The sun has fallen. It is about 8:30.
Okay, I will go ahead and cast my other spell, and I will cast tongues, um, on him. Yeah, I'll cast tongues on him just because I don't know. Basically, you can speak, you can understand anything, and you can communicate uh, with anybody else. So if you are capable of speaking or would like to speak, you can speak in whatever language that you think is relevant, and we will understand it. Theoretically, even if you speak in gibberish but have an intent, we will understand the intent.
Interesting. Okay. I'm trying to.
Obviously, you don't have to speak, but I mean, like if you're playing a mute, then you can play a mute. But
No,
like
he's
Galdon
not
doesn't know if you
necessarily
speak
mute.
common.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Galdon doesn't know if you're just don't speak common or whatever. So
All right. Well, okay. You cast tongues, so I kind of like ah test. Ah, interesting.
fuck.
Yeah.
My name's Detharn.
Dathon, wonderful to meet you.
A pleasure. Thon.
Yes. And where do you hail, small one?
Forest.
Exceptional. You cast a little bit of fireworks at just the simple thing, an exciting little burst of magic.
That's fair. Are you familiar with these treebinder folk?
Nope.
Fair enough.
Oh.
Yeah.
He said, "Back we go unto the glow, back to ash," and then they died.
It's good
It
to
was-
know.
The bodies are in the
Interesting.
mud. They're still there.
I expected a little bit more magic out of that. Guess that's fair.
Huh. Well, maybe might be wise to dispose of those bodies. I'm still not convinced they're not zombies.
What would you have us do? Like my story, remove their head?
Perhaps.
So
Burn
be
the
it.
bark?
Show me the way, Dathon.
I take them
And he
over
pulls
to.
out a small little, very ornate mace from underneath his cloak.
I take them over to where the bodies are currently buried.
How
Well,
deep down would you say they are, John?
about half a foot beneath the crust.
Wow, very very shallow. Hmm.
Oh,
It
it's
seems a
fun.
little too shallow. Maybe we should consult the local authorities and figure out how best to dispose of them. This is kind of a business. It's not very, from experience, it's not very a very good idea to burn bodies so close to food.
That makes sense.
We'll just, for the sake of time, unless anybody wants to put in more effort, I will consult with the tavern owner and any guards that may be in the area and orchestrate removing, disposing safely and effectively of these bodies. As someone who is used to dealing with social situations.
I'm gonna let you do that and get back to my tinkering. I would like to craft some fun stuff. I haven't actually decided what I want to craft yet, but we're gonna get there.
Fair enough.
So, yeah, we just deal with that.
Anything else before we turn in for the night?
No, I'm scrolling through my list of things that I can tinker, and I'm just trying to figure out what that's gonna be. So I'm good.
Nope. Nope. I don't think. I think we're good to go to bed.
Yep.
All right. Well, you each turn in for the night, and you sleep relatively well. Occasionally, waking up to the scuff of a boot on the floorboards or someone coughing inside the tavern. The next morning, when you awake and have your breakfast, there seems to be very few people left in the tavern. Not even the bar workers are willing to stick around for long, as you can hear shouting outside to the north.
I don't know if it was. I don't think I actually ever said it, but I did use my magic to clean up the thoughts and prayers on the floor from last night.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. That definitely would have been cleaned up.
How kind of you. The cleaning staff
Yes.
appreciates your service.
Yes. Galdon will exit his room. If anybody is already out there, the outfit will actually appear to be. It will lack all the colorful flair that it had in the previous evening. And he will again rip a page from his book and slap it across his chest, and it will pulse out a new and different color pattern, flair, and eccentrics to his outfit, and he will cast Mage Armor, which will give him just a bunch of different colors and sparklies across his outfit.
Fabulous.
Actually, yes, very fabulous.
Oh, I do love an entrance, and I'm standing in the doorway of my quarters. I gotta finish prepping my spells for the day because it's a new day. I am going to approach. I have a couple of objects in my hands, and I'm shoving a toolkit into my pouch. It just disappears from sight, and I am going to walk up to my new friends and say, I spent most of the night chipping away at some projects, some prototypes that I had started to work on before I was summoned for this business. Perhaps these can help you and aid you as we journey together. I present a fine looking leather cap to Galdon. Feel free to utilize whatever magics you have to enhance this to your preferred aesthetics. But I figured that this would be useful to you. You're quite a large fellow, and I do not wish to sound rude. Do you sink in water?
It's effort not to, but I do know how to swim. I've been on a few boats in my time, of course.
True enough. You are a traveling man. But nonetheless, this is a enchanted cap. It will enable you to breathe in water.
Fascinating.
Yeah. And
He'll
then,
start snapping his fingers, and its aesthetic will just start cycling through different color patterns and themes till he finds something that he likes.
I love your character creator scroll.
Yes.
It's very Sims 4. I love it.
Yes.
Style 1 or style 7?
And
You have
Dathan,
to
darling.
scroll all the way through just to get back to the other one. So if you're like 2 or 8, you have to scroll all the way around.
It'd be really funny
Honestly,
to watch.
I went the extra mile with this one. It didn't need to be carved, but I just thought it'd be fitting. And I present you with a little it's rudimentary. I am an artist, but not I would consider myself more of a Renaissance lass, if you will, just a Jane of all trades. And it's a little like rudimentarily carved like squirrel, right? It is a this should help you with your casting. This is an enhanced focus. I get to tinker two magic items a day, and this is an enhanced focus. It gives you a +1 to your spell casting.
Ooh,
Holy
okay.
shit. That's awesome. You trade? Shit.
Nah, fuck off.
That was said in out of character.
I know. Sorry, you're right. Nah, fuck off.
I'm gonna grab some pocket bacon from the bar.
Pocket
just-
bacon.
Classic callback.
That's a crit roll reference for anyone who's unaware. But some pocket
I
bacon
get it.
for the road.
It's essential. It's essential.
It's so mandatory. And just like shove one piece in my mouth, and they said we shipped off at first light, so shall we?
John, you did say that there were some noises that were happening before we started RPing.
Yes.
Yes.
There is some shouting to the north.
Indeed. I will head north towards the shouting.
I'll head out the building and take a look around. And actually, as I walk out, as everybody exits the tavern, he will throw his hand in the air and swing it towards the north. And from the rooftops of the tavern will swoop down and start heading towards the north. A light green glowing raven will careen off the building and head in the direction and act as a scout. Does my birdie see anything interesting?
Your burb sees that a ship is loaded and there are several wounded people being carried on stretchers, but you can see the captain is trying to move everyone along.
Okay, so the shouting is not threatening.
Nope.
Okay. It is okay. The shouting is not more zombies. We're fine. It's just the ship's preparing. Let's head off, shall we?
Are a loud type.
Yes. Very much. And I just start heading over.
Alright.
If Datharn is falling behind too much, Galdon will like use his long legs and just walk over and just kind of pick him up and put him on his shoulders like a little bird.
Fuck yeah, I don't have to walk. Hell yeah.
Come, little
Not being
buddy.
Small.
Come, little buddy. Long legs help for some things that short legs can't help with. Let us prepare.
I give like a little nod.
Well, the
Sounds
three of you
like-
begin walking to the north. You pass the stables, and very soon you begin approaching as you see several ships. The one at the front, you can see with blackened sails and a charred main mast and a red painted hull, is the one that the burb had seen, where people are being carried aboard on stretchers and being set kind of close to the railing of the ship. Excuse me. And you can hear, as you get closer, somebody shouting about, "Hurry up! Load the bastards on! We gotta move!"
Excuse me there.
we've been charged by Bellic von Toff to serve Captain Charles Ahmad.
Are you talking at the gentleman who was shouting?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Aye, you found the right ship. Captain Charles is aboard.
Fantastic. And I'll just, saunter onto this ship.
All right.
As Galdon would be a little more familiar with boats and ships, he will do whatever kind of salute is relevant for this little area and say permission to come aboard or whatever is relevant and common for the area.
Don't salute me, weirdo. This is not the Elmirian Navy. If anything, we're just a pirate fleet at best.
Even better. As he starts to walk up, he'll kind of nudge Kaylee. We'll find a little bit of tail as well. And he'll just head up the ramp.
Oh, you are quite the character. I do like this one. So Kaylee just giggles and follows Galdon.
Gods. You make your way onto the main deck of the ship, and at the very rear of it, a woman stands at the ship's wheel, and next to her there is a darkly dressed man with a very light 5 o'clock shadow, almost-esque beard, and long dreadlocks hanging from the top of his head. The woman looks over at you and waves at all three of you to come up to the ship's wheel.
Well, hello there. It's a
Approach,
pleasure.
and the bird will perch themselves up onto the top mast.
Oh, I thought they were going to perch on Ditharn's shoulder.
That
Just
would
a little pile.
That's really tempting. Oh man, that's tempting.
All right, I need to get a
Pile
familiar so
friends.
that I can have them perch on top of the bird.
Galdon's voice is so hot. Oh, hey, Galdon, you got a fan.
Hell yeah. There's plenty of room for fans.
Oh, no. The woman, as you walk up, adjusts her tricorn hat, and you can see, as you get closer, red hair, almost unkept, falling out from underneath of their hat as you walk up. Welcome aboard the Reaper. You must be the ones that Belloc told us about.
Indeed. Kaylee.
Anne,
Pleasure.
good to meet you.
Aldon, of course, and this little one, though he doesn't speak much, is Thon.
Understood. Captain? The captain turns to you, and you can see that there is a large scar running from his nose down to the side of his, the left side of his face. He takes a drag off of his pipe and blows some smoke out into the wind. So, you're going to be accompanying us, are you?
As far as you'll take us, apparently.
Very well. Stay away from the sick ones. They, have whatever the hell's spreading at the camp. We put them near the railing just so they can be sick overboard.
Fair enough. All right.
A lot I can
Well-
do, but there's some healing that I can provide if no one has tried yet.
You're welcome to try, but wait until we're out to open sea.
Understood.
Moving through these rivers, it's going to be a pain already.
Fair enough. I do have a number of skill sets. Is there any particular department in which you're lacking?
Well, the men are scared. They're worried that we're going to be hit by a privateer when we're at the open ocean. One of our ships already went out 3 days ago, and they haven't arrived at the ford up in the north, and they haven't come back.
Disconcerting.
Indeed. They may have been picked up by privateers, but pure speculation.
John, how long would you say this ship is?
This ship is about 100 feet long.
God damn. All right. Well, I don't have magic to encompass the entirety of that. Okay.
Yeah, it's a brig.
Got it.
True. Well, I'm a decent watch. I'm a decent shot. I do have,
Sorry.
do have a number of tinkering and toolset abilities if you need any manual labor to be done.
Well, there's always ropes that need to be pulled. In the event we need them, cannons to load.
Fair enough. I am familiar with black powder and can make myself useful in that regard.
Good. Mostly what we need you for is in the event we're boarded. Some of these men haven't had proper meals in days, and they're all worried about this damn sickness.
Understandable.
If you think you understand it now, you're in for a rough surprise when we get up to the north.
Well, I'm actually from the north, so
Ah,
Haldon giggles at the mention of them being from the north. The north. Yes.
so it'll be quite the homecoming.
Hopefully not, but
thank you, Diva Ducks. I appreciate
we'll
it.
have fun.
Since nobody else said it, I appreciate you blessing me for sneezing.
I'm sorry.
Don't say it now. Say it because you
I
mean
said
it.
I'm sorry.
I didn't even hear a sneeze.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't hear a sneeze.
Really? Oh, wow. Maybe I blew up my
I'm
mic.
immersed.
Well, so Discord's like upped their like how when they shut off someone's microphone.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's also really annoying though because then like you can't scream at people.
Ah.
Oh yeah, there's a couple times where you guys have cut off.
Yeah, no, it's if you like go above a certain volume or if you go like longer than a certain length of a note, it'll just like shut off your mic.
Interesting.
Oh my gosh, let's test that.
Oh my
Hey,
goodness.
you're gone. There you go. Hey.
See?
Technology.
I sometimes know what I'm talking about.
Glad you do. I sure shit don't.
Um,
If you need some entertainment for morale, Gabdon and I make quite a duo.
Well,
he
absolutely.
claps his hands very boomingly. Double show. You must prepare before anything.
A matinee.
Oh my god.
Very excited about that idea.
Yes. At your order.
Well, very well. You may stay up here while we get underway.
Fantastic.
While everybody gets ready and things kind of calm down, at least while communicating, Galdon's not talking to anybody. He's gonna watch the sailors, watch their movements, and get an idea of activities, so that he can cast later once we actually set about and things calm down. He will plan to cast Silent Image on the center of the boat. It's just a 15-foot cube, but basically he's going to add the appearance of more men on the ship, doing work, moving around, being active. That way, while we're out at sea, it doesn't look like. It looks like it's a lot more threatening and that there's a lot more active soldiers on the vessel.
Where's my shit?
Where is your shit?
Oh, there it is.
Have you
Sorry,
tried
I have a-
something
Shitting on
good?
things.
I have a map that I'm trying to find, and I couldn't find it.
Hello, Diva Ducks. Welcome to the stream.
Diva Ducks, hi.
Ducks. That's a good name.
That's a
Yeah.
great name. Amazing.
Absolutely. I can only imagine ducks being divas.
Raquel, do you remember Katie from Spirit Halloween?
True. What's up?
Yep, there you go. All right, so you all, are staying about your business. Eventually, the ship begins to move underway, and while it's getting outside of the twists and turns in the river, and eventually you begin to see the open ocean as it gets closer and closer. You go out about 3 hours, and then, excuse me, I have something in my eye. It's bugging the shit out of me. Sorry. The captain second in command, Miss Anne, throws a giant green flame up into the sky, and it explodes roughly 300 feet high in the air. Another hour or so passes, and the other ships begin to come out. The ships go on without too much of an issue. And
During this time, can I I don't want to get close as per the captain's orders, but I would like to be just as Galdon is bay watching the crew, I would like to med bay watch the sick and sort of study this disease.
I would also like to, because I am wondering if because I can cast lesser restoration, but it requires me touching them, and I want to know I want to see if I can figure out if this is something that if I get that close to them, that would be a bad thing.
Sure.
Is it even worth getting that close to them?
go ahead and give me a medicine check.
I will indeed. That is a 21.
Holy hell!
damn.
Those-
Is that
do I
a
even bother
is that a
rolling?
21 if it asks, if it begs, or is that a solid 21?
It's a 15 plus 6.
Okay, so it's a 21 if it's a good 20. I'm saying it's a
rolled
dirty one.
15.
Roll a 15.
Yeah.
This doesn't seem to look like any sickness you've noticed before in your experience. You can see that there are hairs falling out. You can see the same kind of burns on their skin. The men are experiencing severe fatigue and disorientation. They're dizzy. There's just there's nothing adds up to what you've experienced in seeing these people react.
Dathon, they do seem to have the same markings as the cultists did. If this is related to the dig site, maybe Bellic's men accidentally unearthed a source of this plague.
I nod, but I also shrug.
Fair.
Basically, I mean, you could be right, but we need to see to know.
Oh, my boy.
It's just eerie. I genuinely thought they were zombies, part of the act at first. The cysts and the tumors just were quite gruesome. When I got a good look at one of them, it's just something to note. That's it. That's all I got.
Okay. Everyone go ahead and give me a perception check.
Can I roll with advantage for my birdie?
Indeed, you may.
Yay. That's dog shit.
Oh
That's even more dog shit.
no.
Thanks for playing.
It's
My
the first
bird is
time this
looking
one
the
rolled
wrong
under.
way.
It's the first time this dice has rolled under a 10. I'm kind of disappointed. That is
For context,
a...
I rolled a 3 and a 1.
That's awful. So what's your perception of the 3?
6.
Oh, so I got a 9.
I got 14.
At least one of us is looking.
Kaylee, as you're inspecting the sailors on the port side of the ship, that's the left for all you who don't know sailor talk. Your next sailor lesson will be given when Galdon finds a hot sailor to talk to. Mostly it sounds like...
God damn right.
Moving forward.
My God.
Kaylee, as you look over the port side of the ship, off in the distance, you can see what appears to be another ship in the distance, but it doesn't seem to be moving. No one else has said anything about it, but you can see that the mast seems to be intact, and there's just everyone's focused on the convoy.
I do not have special eyes or a looking glass or whatever it's called. What's those things called? Telescope. There we go.
Spyglass.
Yeah,
spyglass.
spyglass. That's what I was thinking.
If you want the fancy term.
I am going to nudge Dathan and nod towards the ship. Do you see that?
Tell me he fucking shrugs.
Sorry.
I double dare you, motherfucker.
All right. Well, fucking fine then. I shrug. No. Now that it's been pointed out to me, can I see this? A reminder: I have dark vision, 60 feet.
60 feet dark vision. I can see in the dark.
Who else has dark vision here?
I do. Oops, did I say I would looked human before?
I say again, with the utmost love.
I
It
do
cut out.
not.
Okay, at least someone doesn't.
I do not. However, I have light, so it doesn't fucking matter. I glow. I don't
Hey.
need dark vision.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
fair.
Galdon.
Yeah.
I can cast. Where is it? Hold on.
Cast
I can
dark
fucking
vision.
cast dark vision on you. So here you go.
Oh my god. Every time, it's pointless to make things dark.
Okay, to be fair, I did not pick Goblin for the dark vision. That just
Well,
happened
yeah.
to be a perk. But anyway,
Yeah.
because the ship has been pointed out to me, can I actually like see it now?
Yes.
Okay. I nod.
Well, good. It's not an illusion then. I'm just gonna shout out, anyone with a spyglass, please.
Several of the sailors turn and look very confused, but the grumpy quartermaster that was shouting earlier hobbles over to you, and you can hear a metallic thud, thud, thud as he gets closer. You can see that he has a metal replacement for his right leg, and he extends his spyglass and hands it over to you. Don't lose it overboard.
I won't. I think I'm gonna extend the spyglass and first check the mast for a flag, and as I'm peering through the spyglass, I don't wish to pry, but that's fine craftsmanship on your leg there. Who did it?
One of the blacksmiths at the campsite.
Well, I would like to have a conversation with them. If you could set up an introduction, that would be lovely.
I wish I could, but he's in the sick tent.
Ah, shit. Ain't that just the way? Well, hopefully we can get to the bottom of this.
That'd be nice.
Would be, because that is fine work. I'm a fan of good crafting. And I will check the mast for a flag, please.
You can see that atop the mast, barely moving in the wind, a green flag with a yellow eagle on it.
Do I have any knowledge of local symbolism, like a history check type deal? Do I recognize it?
You do not recognize it.
Does a green flag with a yellow eagle mean anything to you?
His eyes grow very wide and he kind of looks confused for a moment and squints out in the distance. That's the witch doctor. That's the ship that we've been missing.
Well, it's not moving, so I would approach with caution.
Indeed.
Can you give us the magic words?
What?
I know the witch doctor is.
God damn it.
Oh, shit. Fuck. Ooh, ee, ting tang, wow, wow, bang bang.
Yeah, the song straight up starts with, "Hey, witch doctor, give us the magic words."
I
You're
Jeez.
welcome.
I don't know how to react.
Yes.
There
No
are
one
so
ever
many.
does.
Sad I missed it. I love that song.
You have to remember, everything I say is usually a reference to a song.
That's fair.
Same, buddy.
Hobbling back to the staircase at the back of the ship, he stumbles for a moment and is able to stop at the very bottom and shout something up to the captain. The captain turns and extends his own spyglass, looking off the port bow. It immediately closes, snaps his spyglass closed, and puts it back in his coat. Mr. Horak, bring us about. The ship immediately begins turning to the port side, and you begin making a beeline for the ship. With the wind in your favor, you're there within 15 minutes. As you come closer and closer, you can see no one. No one's moving above deck. The ship comes up alongside, and they begin throwing grappling hooks over the side and extend a gangplank over the edge as Captain Charles the Mad draws his cutlass and walks over to the other ship, along with the vanguard, and they begin
Before
looking
too
around.
much happens, could the bird have flown over and done a quick cursory scan of the deck?
Absolutely. However, I'll save you the roll. No movement. Seems like the ship's abandoned.
This feels like a trap. Like
do-
bait.
It does. Go check the hold. All of you. Captain Charles says to his vanguard, and they immediately move below decks, rifles and pistols in hand, boarding axes and cutlass ready to fight off anything they might find. As he begins
Do
walking
they have
towards the captain's
torches
cabin.
or lights or anything?
They do. They have torches with them.
Okay. I would one of them, if one of them doesn't have something, I'd like to cast light and give them something so that they do have more light that isn't flammable.
It's fair.
Yeah, as
Would you
much as
like
I
us-
I ain't going down there.
I don't actually have dark vision taken, so I can't actually cast it. And even if I did, I'm not wasting a second level spell slot on these fuckers.
Damn.
Would you like to stay aboard here or help your lookout?
You're welcome to join me in the captain's cabin if you like.
Fair enough.
He walks up to the door, and the door is nailed shut.
Oh, that's a good sign.
I also take precautions.
Hmm. That's not a good sign.
No. Well, I'm not the strongest, but I do have a crowbar.
Well,
Galdon would have stayed on the other ship, but he's listening in as much as he can from however far away.
I
about
would like to
40-something
remove my crowbar from my little pouch and yeah, just whoop, crowbar. And I don't know why it's part of my starting kit, but it is.
it'd be like that.
And I would like to pry this door open if I can.
Go ahead and give me a strength check.
Oh boy. Pardon me, Captain. Would you mind giving me a hand here? I'm just little arms, you know. I
Surely.
would like to. Beautiful. So I will roll with advantage because my strength is an 8. I'm so glad I got that advantage.
Oh, boy.
Woo, that's a little better. That's a 15.
With 15, you pass. You and Captain Charles grab onto the crowbar and give it a sharp tug, and you can feel the wood almost splintering apart as the door opens up, and are immediately hit with the stench of stale death.
Oh, no. Well, that's certainly not a good sign, but at least somebody's here. With my dark vision, can I peer into the room and see any lifeless bodies?
You do. You see one lifeless body chained to the captain's desk with a cup in front of him, and he is leaned back in his chair. You can see he's chained by the wrists and ankles, and there is a scrap of paper written on the, with writing on it sitting on the desk.
Just vile.
Captain Charles immediately walks in and begins looking around, seeing what kind of information he can gather from this relatively inactive crime scene.
I'm not gonna touch anything. But first I want to scan the room for any signs of traps, any signs of magic. As I slowly walk in.
You can hang out with him while I get the boys ready if you want.
Sorry, say again. I was enthralled by my child.
Oh, good.
The boy.
Understandable. The boy. I would like to first, as I enter
course.
alongside Captain Charles, scan for traps for magic. Like whoever did this is fucked up, so they probably trapped it too.
Looking around, you don't find any traps. No magic. Just empty.
All right. How about this paper? What does that say?
Written on the paper, you can see, I can even hear the scratching now in my skull.
Oh.
The tree binders came aboard, took everybody, and left me behind.
Dang.
Captain Vane picks up the water and smells it. Seawater.
That's just awful. What a terrible way to die.
Indeed.
I'm
The Vanguard
not
comes running
condoning
up to the doorway and glances over at the captain. Sir, no bodies below, but there's some exoskeleton down there. It's like a giant bug almost.
Oh, well, this I have to see. Lead me to it, please.
Absolutely. Right this way. The sailor brings you down into the hold, and you can see that it's almost like these people just up and vanished. Plates of food are sitting on the tables. A couple of barrels of water are still, you can still hear the water sloshing around in there. You can hear the water lapping at the hull gently outside until you get down into the bilge itself. Inside the bilge, all of the men of the Vanguard, all 6 of them, are just standing around what appears to be some kind of a shed skin. Go ahead and give me a medical check.
You got it. Right. All right. Not terrible. That's a 13.
Based on what you can see, it's almost like a cicada shell, but it's roughly about 4 feet long and about 3 feet wide.
My little friend might know a little bit more about creatures. But for now, I'd like to take out one of my daggers and try and cut a sample of the exoskeleton. Can I cut it?
You can, but it's
Don't
very
joke like that,
difficult and
Fox.
crunches a lot.
This is quite interesting. Gross, but interesting. I can run some tests to see what kind of resistances this creature might have had, but what an incredible creature.
does it seem as though and there's no sign of struggle, right? Like it's just like everybody walked out type of shit. Like it's everything is just in its place, sort of like they were mid-meal and then just vanished.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check, please.
You got it.
If I wanted to like try and figure out what this creature is, what would I have to roll for that?
Go ahead and give me a natural check. Nature. Sorry, not natural.
I
It's
rolled
always so funny to me how nature is not something that druids get proficiency in.
They don't?
That's always driven me crazy. Yeah, nature is an intelligence stat, but druids cast with wisdom. It's
Whack.
like it drives me nuts.
Yeah, I get animal handling, but I don't get nature.
That's weird.
That is a 12.
You got a 12. Kaylee, what did you get?
I got a natural 19 and it's a investigation, you said?
Yes.
So that would be 23.
Okay.
Nice.
Egg, while looking at this carapace, essentially, you can see that it was some form of wood lice.
Whoa. They enlarged
Very
it. That's crazy.
Yeah. Kaylee, based on what you can see, on this deck there's nothing, but looking around you can see deep scratches and almost like something was gnawing at the planks below your feet. Going and searching below again, you find that there is a large blackened section of the hull that, as you look at it and poke at it with a stick and such, you can feel that it's like blackened pine sap almost.
Hang on. Let me just take a break from being Kaylee for a second and scream! Okay.
As soon as you walked out the door, you did.
Did you shit for dinner? Just so Aaron could hear you talk shit for the first time too.
Pretty much.
Oh my goodness. All right. Okay. I'm back in character.
Too spooky?
You just gave me so many flashbacks. Anyway. I'm going to like break off a piece of wood
Bye, Tanker.
again from one of the planks that are at my feet and just take out a little specimen jar. And this ichor, it's not, its consistency is strange. I have no idea what this is. I'm going to attempt to take a sample from the ichor.
Say again?
I would like to attempt to take a sample of the ichor. I have a little specimen jar, and I grabbed a piece of just wood from the broken planks, and I'm just gonna try and scrape some of that.
Stuff.
Yep, some of that stuff into my little jar for testing.
All right. With your sample newly acquired, you begin to hear shouting on the top deck, along with the rapid foot movement of the vanguard. Datharn, several of the sailors just bum rush past you. One of them even steps on part of the carapace, crushing it underneath of his foot, almost like stepping on a papier-mâché mock-up.
Well,
and you also hear the shouting upstairs. Galdon!
Galdon is on the surface, yeah.
Indeed. The wounded men begin shouting and writhing. All of you go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
oh,
Oh. Hell
I'm gonna
yeah.
need you to start giving me some wisdom saving throws.
Sorry, buddy.
Well, you fucked up the last one.
Oof.
Oh my god, that's a natural 19, so 21.
Nice, nice.
Nice.
Hell yeah. I got 18.
Good. Galdon.
So, while you guys were exploring inside the boat, I was just rolling, just throwing numbers out there. Probably about more than half of them were under 10s. I got a 19 and a 20, you know, stuff like that, right? It was really shitty average rolls, right? I had hoped that I burned through them. No, I did not. That was a 2.
Oh no.
Plus
Galdon,
2.
you are standing and you look over the edge, and there is an immense pressure and almost like the sound of an explosion coming from deep below the ocean, and it rocks both ships back and forth, throwing you to the ground. Landing on the ground, you take 3 points of damage from falling and bonking your noggin, and you begin to hear very loud clacking coming up the sides of the ships. Kaylee and Thorin, as you're below decks, you also hear something latch onto the hull, and Kaylee, where you are, a large black and red claw crunches right through the side of the ship, with just throwing splinters and allowing in water to begin pouring in as it climbs higher and higher.
Oh, we gotta get off. We gotta get off. Come along, Dathon. Wait, this baby's going down.
I've already started booking it.
You both
I'm
make it
just-
to the deck of the ship, and Captain Charles and his vanguard are already making their ways over. And one by one, you all cross until finally, from the opposite side of the ship, 3 large crabs crawl up onto the deck. Meanwhile, on the Reaper itself, another 6 have climbed up from the depths of the ocean.
Stab at the crab.
And it is
That's
there
all
that we will
crabos.
stop for this episode.
Stab at the crabos.
For those of you who were with us for the last few episodes, I did have to change a few things, but because, again, this is the fantastic reboot, thank you very much. Players, I'd like to thank you all for joining me, and I so look forward to where this goes.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks.
Enjoy the
Thank you
nightmares.
for
Dun,
rebooting.
dun.
All right, viewers, thank you very much for watching. If you like it, share with people, subscribe, all that other normal stuff people ask you to do.